Anishinaabemowin Giizhigat indigo mako indorem bawatingin donjwa Mino indida. My name is Gray. I'm the cultural language educator for Bay Mills Indian community. And today I have the September 2024 Anishinaabemowin calendar for you. So first I will go over the pronunciation within the calendar if that's all that you're interested in. And then I also have a slideshow that goes more in depth and breaks up the words. If that is something you're interested in, you can keep watching. So this month is Wate Bagwayaan, which is leaves changing color moon. That's the one of the general names for September in Anishinaabemowin. Of course, the names of the different months can depend on where you are because they're based on what's happening within that month. Um, but in this area, we call Wate Bagwayaan leaves changing color moon. I'm very excited about the leaves changing color. I kind of wish summer wasn't going to be over, but fall is my favorite season because I like the cool and I like the colors and I just love fall. So anyway, you can see at the top of the calendar where Sunday through Saturday would be. Those are marked with the Anishinaabe names. There are a few other ways to say them as well, but this is based on the basically number of the day. So this calendar goes from Sunday on the left to Monday on the right, but the way that uh, the words are, so Monday is the first. So the way that the order of the days, I suppose you could say, um, goes Monday to Sunday. So I'll start with Monday, but remember that this calendar goes from Sunday to Saturday, is how it's set up, because that's just the most common. So in Tom Giizhigat, so that means first day, and that is Monday. Nijo Giizhigat is second day or Tuesday. Niso Giizhigat is Wednesday or third day. Niwo Giizhigat is the fourth day or Thursday. Nano Giizhigat is the fifth day or Friday. And Gedwaswo Giizhigat is Saturday or the sixth day. And Nijwaso Giizhigat is Sunday or the seventh day. So in Tom Giizhigat, Nijo Giizhigat, Nuso Giizhigat, Niwo Giizhigat, Nano Giizhigat, and Gedwaswo Giizhigat, and Nijwaso Giizhigat. And so day one, we have Nibishan leaves, a Nibishan. And this is kind of meant to be a word of the day calendar. So if you'd like to try and fit these words into your conversations, maybe, or a social media post that you do for the day, of course, you're probably not going to remember all of the words, but the more words you can remember, the better. And even if you remember just one word, then that's great too. So Anibishan leaves. Inokijig Giizhigat. Inokijig Giizhigat. Labor Day, or Inokijig means the ones who work. Inokijig Giizhigat. Ngikino Amagos. Ngikino Amagos. I am going to school. Ngikino Amagos. Ngikino Amaget, a teacher. Ngikino Amaget. Watebaga, there are bright leaves. Watebaga. That's the name of the month. Watebaga. Miskobagaze. Miskobagaze. He or she, as in an animate being, a tree, has red leaves. Misko Bagaze and Ozawa Bagaze. He or she, again an animate being, a tree, has yellow or brown leaves. Ozawa Bagaze. So Misko is red and Ozawa is yellow to brown. Noshe, my grandchild. Noshe. Nokomis, my grandmother. Nokomis. Nimishomis, my grandfather. Nimishomis. Mquen Mawad Gibamadzeminanik. We remember them, as in our people. So Mquen Mawad Gibamadzeminanik. Gibamadzeminanik. Blah. That's a tongue twister. Gibamadzeminanik. A young Wamazin. Be careful. A young Wamazin. Ningabianong in the west. Ningabianong. Nda no ki. I am working. Nda no ki. Wabang. Tomorrow. Wabang. Gizaso mazinagun. A calendar. Machapkize. There's a full moon. Jibangwashe. Here she takes a nap. Jibangwashe. Jibang. Jibangwashe. Jibangwashe. Gawinjada, I'm sorry or I didn't mean it. Nabop, soup. Nabop. In, sorry. In bekandadum. In bekadadum. I am at peace or content. In bekadendum. Ntum Dagwaagin, first day of autumn or fall. Mushkadewashk, sage. Mushkadewashk. Nundawenjige, here she hunts or fishes for food. Nundawenjige. A dikamek, that's a whitefish. A dikamek. Wawashkeshe, that's a white-tailed deer. Wawashkeshe. Bine is a ruffed grouse. Bine. Oga is a walleye. Oga. Misquabicons, that is a penny or 1 cent. Misquabicons. And Mino Ducate. Mino Ducate. It is pleasantly cool. Mino Ducate. So that is the pronunciation, and I will go into the more specifics and breaking down the words. So Watebuga Gizis, leaves changing color moon. Watebuga means there are bright leaves, and Gizis is the sun or the moon or a month. So the sun is called Gizis, and that's used for a month because we're the Anishinaabe way of like our calendar goes by the moon cycles. So Watebuga Gizis. Anibishan, leaves. Anibish is 1 leaf, and then the at the end means that there's more than one, making it plural. Anibish, Anibishan. And you can tell by the an that it is considered inanimate. Didn't I already have this? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Anokijig Giizhigat, Labor Day. So Noki is to work. Jig means that ending means like the ones who, and then Giizhigat is day. Ngikinoa Magos. Ngikinoa Magos. I am going to school. So that N at the beginning, sorry, means I. Gikinomage means he or she teaches, and Ize means, sorry, he or she is in a certain condition. So, um, basically, that's combining to say, so in a certain condition, so you're going to school, Gikinomage, the words about school come from that word. Gikinomaged, Gikinomaged, that is a teacher. So again, Gikinomage means he or she teaches, and the D basically is just marking that it's a person. Wate baga, there are bright leaves. So wate means light. If you have ever heard wawate for northern lights, or wawatesi for like a lightning bug, that wa means light, and then the word part bug means leaf. Misko buggaze, he or she has red leaves. Misko buggaze. So misko is red, and you can see that word part bug in there, so that's leaf. And then again, he or she is in a certain condition, is a, so the leaves are red. Ozawa buggaze, Ozawa buggaze, he or she has yellow or brown leaves. So Ozawa is yellow or brown. The way that I was taught about um, colors in Anishinaabemowin, they're kind of on a gradient. We didn't words like purple. That's a Zaawmingaande. Um, that is saying it is the color of grapes, whereas Ozawa, like Misko, Makide, those are their own colors. So you can kind of picture colors on a gradient, where Ozawa is yellow to brown. Misko could be a dark red to more of like a red orange kind of color. So um, that's just a little interesting thing about colors. Ozawa is yellow or brown. Again, buk is leaf, and Ize, here she is in a certain condition. Noshe, my grandchild. Noshe. There's no uh, independent word for like a grandchild. You also always have to have a personal prefix, and that pretty much goes for all of the like family terms. Um, so you need a personal prefix to go with like the Oshe, that would be there. But you can't really just say that as a grandchild, if that makes sense. So you have uh, Noje, which would be my grandchild. You could say Goje for your grandchild, or uh, Oje would be his or her grandchild. So I hope that makes sense. And it's the same thing for these other ones coming up. So Nokomis is my grandmother. You need that personal pronoun, like we've talked about before. The N means I, or it's also like mine. That can be used as in a possessive way, and um, so it's Nokomis, or that N stands for Neen, which is I. So Nokomis is my grandmother. You could also say Gokomis for your grandmother, like whoever I'm talking to, or Okamis, his or her grandmother. And then Nimishomis is my grandfather. You could also say Gimishomis for your grandfather, or Mishomis. Nimishomis, Gimishomis, and Mishomis is his or her grandfather. I'm not perfect on the family names or family um, words related to family ties. Um, it's very complicated to me for some reason, so I um, have a little hard time with it sometimes. But I hope that makes sense. So, my grandfather, Ni Mashomis, Ni stands for Neen, mine. Gi Mashomis, your grandfather, whoever I'm talking to, that Gi stands for Gin, which is you, and then just Mashomis is his or her grandfather. Someone that we're not talking to, but we're talking about them. And so um, those same personal markers can be used for these different um, family tie names to make them possessive, which is just, I guess, a grammatical term for like they're mine. McQueen Mawad, McQueen Mawad, Gibamadaze Menonik, Gibamadaze Menonik. We remember them, our people. Mqenma means to remember. Wad is signifying that it's we. And then the git at the beginning combined with the ending of imanonic means our. And then bamadaze is them, aka the people. So that's how that bigger phrase breaks down. And I put in more simple words and I put in um, maybe a more difficult phrase to remember because hoping to cover people's different learning levels and make it accessible for as many people as possible. So if you don't even want to try remembering this or saying this right now, that is totally fine. A young Wamazin, a young Wamazin, be careful. A young Wamaze means he or she is careful and is cautious. A young Wam means dangerous, and Ize means he or she is in a certain condition. So um, it looks like that breaks down to someone is in a dangerous condition, and so a young Wamaze um, is saying to be careful or to be cautious. Ningabianung, Ningabianung, in the west, Ningabianung, Ningabianung. There's another word, Epingishmuk. That is another word, Epingishmuk. I think that's just a dialect thing. I've heard both in this area, so we are kind of in the middle of either side of the territory of Anishinaabe, so we do kind of have in, I guess, Michigan, you could say, um, Eastern and Western mixed together sometimes. So, Ningabianung, Ningabianung. Nda no ki, I am working. Nda is I. That da, there's just several different ways to signify that neen at the beginning, and the is just one of those ways. And then no ki, he or she is working. I think like no ki, it would work, but it kind of just sounds better with the no ki. Um, if I'm wrong on that and the da does have like a very specific meaning, let me know. Wabang, tomorrow. So again, that wab means light, so bright, pale, white, gray. And then the word part is that it's in a certain condition. So wabang It is in a condition of being bright, pale, grayish, and that's referring to dawn. Giizhiso Mazinagun, a calendar. Again, Giizhis is also known as a month based on us going by the lunar cycle. And Mazinagun can be a book, a letter, a document, a paper, anything like that. Mchomkize, there's a full moon. That Mish is big, and Abik is something like glass, metal, a solid like that that's not organic. So Mchomkize. Jibangwashe, Jibangwashe. Here she takes a nap. Jiba means passing under or through, and that Ngwashe, it means here she sleeps. Jibangwashe. Gawinjada, I'm sorry or I didn't mean it. Gawinjada. Nabop, soup, nabop. It's almost lunchtime when I'm recording this, so that looks so delicious. Nabop. Imbikadendum, Imbikadendum. I am at peace or content. N is I. Beka means wait or slow down. Ad is a way of being or life, and end means to feel in the mind. So if you look at other feelings like gitchenendum, it has that same like endum ending. So you're talking about something that's happening in the mind. Um, so so we're saying that our mind is slowing down, basically. So, Nbekadendum. Ntum Dagwaagin, the first day of autumn. Ntum means first, and Dagwaagin means it is autumn. Ntum Dagwaagin. Mushkodewashk, Mushkodewashk, sage. I've also heard it pronounced Bushkodewashk or Mushkodebug, but I've learned Mushkodewashk myself. So sage. Mushkode is a prairie or a plain, like any natural clearing, and then the word part ushk means that it is grass or a reed or a rush. It's just signifying what type of plant that is. So Mushkodewashk is a prairie grass. Nundawenjige, Nundawenjige, here she hunts or fishes for food. Nundawendan is needing or wanting it, and Ige means someone acts on an object, someone does something. So they're acting on their need or want for something, aka food in this case. So Nundawenjige, here she hunts or fishes for food. And these are some of the things that we will hunt or fish during their seasons this time of year. A dikamek, whitefish. A dikamek. Wawashkeshe, a white-tailed deer. Wawashkeshe. Bene, a ruffed grouse. Bene. An oga, a walleye. Oga. Misquabicos, it's a penny or 1 cent. Misquabic is a piece of copper. Machabic is that bic, remember we said was metal, glass, an inorganic solid. So that's signifying the metal. And then misqua is red. So red metal, a piece of copper, misquabic. And the nts means that it's small. So misquabicons is a small piece of copper, aka a penny. And then we're finishing with Mino Decate. It is pleasantly cool. Mino Decate. That's my favorite part of fall. Mino Decate. Mino is good or very much or well, and Decate is it is cold. So it's cold in a good way. um, if you like this Anishinaabemowin calendar, we'll be creating these each month. Our YouTube channel has all the previous months so far, and you can find the image on our Facebook page. So, our Facebook page is called Bay Mills Language and Culture, and Bay Mills Language and Culture is also the name of our YouTube channel, which you're probably watching this on. So, Miigwech, Bizendalyik, thank you for listening. And I hope you have a wonderful day and you can use this calendar to start learning today. Miigwech.